What's up, party people? Let's get on down. Yeah. Hey, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. On today's show, we're going to continue on down the road on those foods that you should keep out of your shopping cart. Let's get into it. It's never too early or too late to work towards being the healthiest you.
Daddy, it's time to start your podcast.
Today's episode of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast is brought to you in part by Tourmaline Wellness. We offer only the highest quality nutritional supplements available. Get free shipping on all orders over $100 and receive a free wellness consultation from Ladybug Natural Solutions on all orders over $200. Go on over to www.tourmalinewellness.com. Yeah, so what we're going to do on today's podcast is we're going to go back on over there and check out those groceries that we should be avoiding by any means necessary. So I know you guys been in the grocery store. You came across the flavored yogurt aisle over in the dairy section, right? So flavored yogurt, I know you probably seen it, that Yo Crunch Oreo. Ugh. the Yo Crunch Oreo, and sometimes it has a strawberry blend in it and everything like that. So, you might want to look at this, for your kids or for your nieces, your nephews, or probably for yourself. But hey, I suggest you leave it alone. Leave it right over there where it should be at. Because, per container of this is 180 calories, 3 grams of fat, 1.5 grams of saturated fat, 0 grams of trans fat, 110 milligrams of sodium, 33 grams of carbs, no fiber, but 26 grams of sugar. Wow. And, and you get 5 grams of protein. But, as you guys all know me, it's not about the protein. It's about the cleansing effect of what you're putting in your body. And what that's called, it's called fiber. Everybody needs that fiber. So, plain yogurt itself is, it's great to load up on. I would, go with dairy-free yogurt. If you listen to this program, I always talk about dairy-free things because, dairy doesn't do a body good. It does a body bad, because you get mucus, you get inflammation, your bones start to deteriorate from all that stuff. And at the end of the day, it's just cow plus. Ugh. As there are tons of benefits, including, I'm talking about, the plant-based yogurts, like the coconut yogurts and the cashew yogurts and things like that. It includes, it aids, weight loss, the efforts with weight loss, and they also have a great source of vitamin D in these plant-based products. But you're more than likely to find many different types of flavored yogurts in the grocery store. And those are the ones that you want to avoid because those are the ones that are the problem. They're loaded up with tons of added sugar. The Yo Crunch strawberry with Oreo blend yogurt is packing 26 grams of the sweet stuff. That's more than you will get from a full size of a Hershey's chocolate bar. So, if we're looking at this as something healthy, you might want to just leave it alone and just pass it by. She keeps on passing me by. Then that's what you're going to do. You're going to have to pass that on up and go straight for the dairy-free stuff. All right. The next one is deli meat. Bologna, of course, the classic bologna, made with chicken and pork added to it. So let's go over. Like I watched the episode of the show where, what they call that show? I think is it Mike Rowe? And they tell you how things are made or something like that. It's I think it's how things are made. But on that show, they showed how deli meat was made, and I couldn't believe what I saw. They basically ground up the meat. They put it in this ball. No, actually, they put it inside plastic. They put it inside the plastic, and then they boil it inside plastic. It's a nightmare. That's a hormone nightmare due to the fact that, number one, plastics are known to have mimickers in there, estrogen mimickers in there to boost up the estrogen. So you definitely want to stay away from that. And on top of that, you got the nitrates, a lot of sodium. So let's go through it. So a classic bologna per slice, not per package, but per slice. 90 calories, 7 grams of fat, 370 milligrams of sodium, 1 gram of carbs, 1 gram of sugar, and 3 grams of protein. 370 milligrams of sodium in one slice of classic bologna. Bologna has a first name, and I don't think you want to know it. Deli meat is always tricky to navigate as there are plenty of options that are not great for you. An example, the classic bologna from Bar S, just 2 slices will cost you up to 740 milligrams of sodium. So again, pass it by at all costs. All right. The next thing up is cereal, malto meal, chocolate marshmallow Matties. We're going to get right into the servings. So per serving, it's 170 calories. You're going to get 150 milligrams of sodium, 37 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 23 grams of sugar, and 1 gram of protein. So I want you all, if you listen to this podcast, I want you all to look up what 23 grams of sugar is in teaspoons. And that's how many teaspoons of sugar you are getting in per serving. So, sugary cereals might remind you of how you started your day as a kid, but you're going to want to leave those memories in the past where they belong. Because, these cereals these days are all filled with GMOs. They filled with all type of carcinogens, sugar, all of these different ingredients that we just don't need in the body. You know why? Because it's going to wreak havoc on your digestive system. It's going to wreak havoc on your hormones. It's going to wreak havoc on your kids when they're in school. And, the teachers are going to be calling you because Miss Thompson, your child is acting up. They're not sitting still. Mr. Thompson, come get your child because, they're just all over the place. So you want to leave the sugary cereals alone and take note of the lack of important nutrients like protein and fiber. These help keep you full for a longer period of time. So after a bowl of the cereal, you won't be hungry again. So, as long as you keep that fiber up, in different types of cereals, like you can do oatmeal, and then you can add some like psyllium husk on top of there, some clear fiber. You going over to tourmalinewellness.com and get you some clear fiber, and all you gotta do is sprinkle that right on top, sprinkle that into your drinks, your beverages, particularly water, or you could do, a mix of apple juice and water, but you just want to make sure you are making sure that the sugar content isn't that bad. All right, guys. So that was your top 3 right there. Well, your second 3. I did the first 3 the other day, and let's go back over it. So it's going to be the flavored yogurt Yo Crunch. It's going to be the deli meat, and then we're going to go down to the cereal, the malto meal, chocolate marshmallow Matties. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, please hit me up at Jaquel, JAQUEL at Ladybug Natural Solutions with an S at the end.com. All right, guys, be well. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great one, everybody. That's all for this episode. Thanks for listening. And remember, if you want to support what we do, then share, subscribe, and leave a review over on iTunes. That's all for now, but I'll see you in the next episode of Back to the Basics of Health and Wellness Podcast. Have a great one, everybody.